Hello Canterbury, and yay, we've met Friday the 27th of February. A big weekend this weekend, a lot of events happening, of course. The golf is happening. Yes, if you were living under a rock, you may have missed it, but all the best out there to everyone that's going out to view and also to play. Today, a bit of a mixed bag of emotion around CTV. We are losing two very valued CTV team members, and that's a wonderful thing about CTV. It can be a fantastic training ground, and it has been, especially for the First Lady there. She's looking a bit like a bit of a hobbit at the moment. Emma Cropper, who is heading off to Prime, and you'll better see her on Monday on Prime doing her stuff, which does so well. And cameraman, yes, Matt Simons is also heading away to another network. Bit of an unfortunate picture there, but he's having a lot of fun, and he is a fun chap to have around. So all the best to you, Emma and Matt. You are just so awesome, and we know you're going to go on and on to do fantastic things. Well, coming up on today's show, we catch up with Ange Stone, and we're talking body shapes. Yep, we're all different, lovely, wonderful sizes, but are we wearing the clothing that we should be with our body shape? She'll be able to educate us. And we head out to ATNZ, who are a company that help apprentices with businesses and basically manage them through their journey to apprentices and where they're fully qualified. Murray Courtney also joins me, and he has a wonderful new product. It's called the 360, and it takes us back to the way somewhere looked and then going to the future, how it's going to look afterwards. So a bit of a photo shot. But anyway, there's more to come as well. Well, next Saturday, it's all happening out at Wigram. Shoot for the stars. And speaking of stars, I'm joined by one right now. Stacey Herbert joins me on the couch. How are we doing, lovely?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Huge event happening next Saturday, but let's touch on and go back in history.
Yep.
And tell us about 4 years ago in the press building and how your life changed.
Yeah, well, it was just, February the 22nd, and the earthquake struck. I was at work, and everything collapsed, the top floor collapsed. Basically, to cut it short, I was trapped for about over 8 hours, and then ended up over the next few days losing both legs above the knee, and also almost lost my arms and had a few other injuries, and spent many months in hospital. And yeah, it's kind of just been in and out of hospital since.
Yeah, and I know there's been a lot of talk about those that lost their lives, but and so not intentionally, but I think somewhere we've actually glossed over there was a lot like yourself that was so badly injured.
Yeah, there was. I guess I'm more aware because I know some of the other people that were injured. But yeah, everyone has their own story, and everything's challenging. So yeah, it is what it is.
It is, yeah. Well, you haven't lost your spirit at all. And spirit is something that's definitely driving you through for the event that's happening next Saturday, which is quite exciting. Shoot for the stars. How did this all come about?
My sister-in-law's brother-in-law, he works for Mike Pero, and they saw an article in the paper, and he was talking to his boss, and who works for Mike Pero, and basically they kind of approached me and said, we'd like to kind of help you, support you to do a fundraiser. And it started just from there. Now I've got about 10 to 12 friends and family members, helping me out. We're having meetings every week, and now it's twice a week. So it's all quite a learning experience because everyone's working full time, and none of us have really done this before. So it's full on, but it's quite exciting, and yeah.
Well, you ask a busy person, you get something done, the old saying goes. What is the funds being raised for? Tell us about that.
It's being raised so that I can go over to the States. There's a place called Hangar where they've done the most rehabilitation for people with above knee amputations like mine, and because mine is so high up, it's really difficult. Whereas here in Christchurch, we've got a limb centre and they do a great job, but they don't see people with my type of injuries because it's normally from bomb blasts and soldiers at war. So going over there will allow me to get the best technology and the people with the best experience to fit me with prosthetics because there's not much there to fit. it's all the small adjustments and all the small little know-hows and things they've learnt along the way, which is what they can't provide here. So you're raising funds to get over there to fit me with the first set of limbs, which are like shorties. So basically you've got a socket, and then I'd be about that tall. So I'd have to be a dwarf, but that's okay. And then over time you get better at being that height because it's lower to the ground, so better centre of gravity. And you build up your endurance, and then over time you'll get your height increased again and again till you get a knee kind of thing. So there'll be a lot of it. There's a lot of going to be backwards and forwards. So there's money going towards flights,
huge.
Accommodation, other necessities. Like I'm going to have someone come with me. So of course there's 2 people, not 1 people going.
Yeah.
And it's hard because you can't give an exact number, which some people like. So we're just kind of going a roundabout number.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say to you.
Yeah.
I mean, how much does it cost? But it'll be the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. We're hoping that because it's overseas, ACC don't tend to fund things, but we're looking at putting an application in so that they can fund it. So instead of needing to raise like $250,000, it will be about $150,000 because the knees are a huge part of cost. So yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's just quite surreal.
Yeah.
You're sort of thinking it's not as simple as finding some limbs and just putting them on. There's a whole process.
Not for me.
And a big, big journey. Well, it is all about the money. So it's happening next Saturday at Wigram. Now the host is the gorgeous Sue White. Now she's a laugh and a hoot, and she's
so
great.
nice.
And of course Mike Pero, a big shout out to that team because they've been a great supporter of you. But there will be charity items, there'll be a dinner, lovely, and drinks as well. Well hosted.
Yeah, and we've got some entertainment, so it should be.
Yeah, I saw that. So you've got, who have you got entertaining it?
Anita Danger Doll, so she's going to do an act, so it'll be quite interesting to see everyone's reaction. But I think it'll just be a fun night, and it'll be nice to meet everyone. I won't get to meet everyone, but people that are supporting me, and it's really nice to know there's all these other people out there just kind of
well, you've got beautiful energy, and I'm sure that if we can't go next Saturday, then we can certainly help you in other ways.
Yeah.
And we will have the details on our Facebook page, so don't you worry, because there's quite a lot as far as the links and that. I'm not going to put poor Stacey on the spot there. But there is Eventbrite, there is Give a Little, and also the Facebook page Rise Up Stacey. Quite a lot of details in there, so just go to our Facebook page or call through to Marianne on 3777 033. She'll have the details there as well. All the best to you.
Thank you.
Keep in touch.
Yeah.
Want to see how you're going on.
No, I will.
And walking tall.
Yeah.
Okay. Take care.
Cheers.
All the best. Now, ATNZ, yes, a wonderful firm that are there to help apprentices in, and we caught up with Warwick, one of their apprentices, and found out about what he's doing with Graham Low Energy.
Well, ATNZ has been in the New Zealand market since about 1999, and it's a product that allows us and a range of companies to form good, solid relationships about bringing through young people into apprenticeships. It's a premier model. It has roughly 200 companies in New Zealand that we work with, and that calculates into around about 390 apprentices throughout New Zealand in those companies. Gavin Low Energy, when I first walked in the door, and I've been in the business a while, you walk in the door and you know straight away, hey, this is a great place. You'd like to work here. They're the sort of companies that we want.
ATNZ provide us with training support to our apprentices. We've got three apprentices that work closely with ATNZ that work for us, and they support us in their training right from the word go right through to when they are fully qualified at the end of 3 years.
We have intense relationships with our companies, and each apprentice is allocated an account manager. That account manager will visit that apprentice, that company, every month for that 4-year duration or 5-year duration in some cases. And then at the end of that, generally speaking, the young apprentice comes out as a model young engineer based on that intensity that we deliver.
Yeah, so I am employed by ATNZ, although definitely a team member of Gavin Low. Yeah, it's been a great opportunity. I'm enjoying this career, hopefully a few more years yet, and I really appreciate all the help that ATNZ and Gavin Low have put into helping me get to where I am now. So yeah, it's been fantastic.
Warwick has been in the apprenticeship now since December 2013. David Bond is our account manager. David visits him and the two others, and there's probably nothing in it in terms of where they're at. So they're all travelling at the same rate, and they're all travelling very, very well. They're very meticulous with their paperwork, very meticulous with their on-job work, which means that they're able to do their apprenticeship by doing their job as they do it every day. And that replicates back into the apprenticeship. And Warwick is, I wouldn't want to separate them. They'll be really good young apprentices and tradesmen when they come through.
Wal came to us 18 months ago, a completely different career up until when he joined us. He recognised that he wanted to develop a school and chose air conditioning. We took Wal on, and then with the help of ATNZ, it is our intention